scratching, burning, stinging, vibration. I feel it all. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Justin and you guys are here with JustINKD. So are you looking into getting a tattoo on the lower leg, but you were unsure of the pain and kind of scared to get it done? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be going over and ranking all the areas from 1 all the way to 5 on what I believe their pain level should be. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, I do want to welcome you. In this channel, we pretty much talk about all things that are tattoo related, my experience, opinions on certain topics, but most importantly, guys, my journey towards getting amazing tattoos and working towards an awesome bodysuit. I have some great news as well. I have booked another appointment with Brandon. If you guys have missed it, he is an absolutely amazing artist, been killing my legs so far, and he is very excited, as you guys can see, to have me go back to the shop in the new year and to work on the thigh. So you do not want to miss that or any other future content, and go subscribe, join the community. But let's get to today's video, guys. Let's see how much pain is on the lower leg. Let's go. So like I just mentioned, I've had my whole lower leg done, and I've had this done within 7 months. And what I have had done also is I've had 46 hours of actual tattooing, needle puncturing on that lower leg. And the way my artist works, his style is full saturation. And what that means is the whole lower leg and the whole canvas is touched by needle in some way. So I think I'm the perfect example to come to you guys and give you kind of a good overview of what the lower leg has to offer, because I've had the whole lower leg touched in some way by a needle. And you know, I've kind of gathered information from online, and when you go online, you're gonna find a lot of, you know, pictures, bodies, diagrams, and all that of different kind of things saying different things. One says one thing, one says another. So I've kind of gathered all that information from online, along with my own personal experience of what I've had over the 46 hours or 7 months, and kind of came to one consensus of what I believe the general public will feel on, you know, pain levels of the tattoo. Now, you got to remember, and I'm going to make this a disclaimer right now to everybody, pain is relative, and what that means is everybody feels pain differently. For example, I am going to get into some areas on that lower leg where I did not feel any pain that I know for a fact that 99% of the general public hates. But then again, there are going to be some spots where I may list as a high number that you guys didn't feel any pain. So I just want to make that out, that pain is relative and everybody will feel it differently. But I want you guys to do one thing for me, and right off the bat, I want you guys to go in the comments and let me know what is the most painful area you've had on your lower leg, or, you know, in general, what's the most painful area you've had on your body tattooed. Let me know the experience and the whole kind of thing, so everybody can go in the comments and kind of get a better understanding of what hurt for them on the leg or the whole body in general. So now we're going to go over why a tattoo hurts to begin with. I want you guys to think of this process almost like a sewing machine. You have the needle, which is then connected to a handheld device, and in this time, it is going up and down thousands of times per minute, injecting your body with ink. And what it's doing is it's depositing that ink into the second layer of the skin. You have the epidermis, and then you have the dermis. And to get a good tattoo and a good heel tattoo, the artist needs to deposit that ink into the second layer, or else it won't hold. And it then becomes almost like a piercing, abrasive thing to the skin. Now, the feelings that you will feel associated with this kind of tattooing and the feeling of tattooing is either some kind of scratching feeling, stinging feeling, or you may feel kind of vibrations. That's usually when it's on the bone. Also, other factors come into play as well. The longevity of the tattoo and, you know, the placement of the tattoo. Now, with the time of the tattoo, usually, you know, longer tattoos, bigger tattoos, more detailed, intricate tattoos take longer to do. And with longer tattoos, usually comes with more pain. And then also with the placement, some areas of the body are less painful, they're less receptive in terms of their pain receptors, so you may feel pain differently. Inner part, like the inner arm, is one of the worst areas I've had done on my body, and other arms, like the outer arm, isn't bad at all. And if you want to watch a video, I have dedicated a whole video to pain levels on a whole sleeve and the arm. You know, I kind of want to give you guys a rule of thumb. So the middle is always going to be the easiest, and as you move out towards the extremities, so like I have in the middle there, I move it out to either my wrist or to my inner elbow. Those are the areas that are going to hurt more. Just like the leg, you're going to have the calf, which is in the middle, and as you move up towards the knee or down towards the ankle, that's where it's going to hurt more and more and more. And then other spots too, like bony areas, like your clavicle, maybe your wrist, your ankle, those kind of area, your ribs too, those areas are going to hurt a lot as well. Now we're going to get into the pain levels associated with the numbers that I'm going to be mentioning, so you guys kind of have a better understanding of what they mean. So the first one is, I kind of felt it. This one, you're just chilling. You feel it a bit, but you know, you are breezing through it. The second one is minimal discomfort. With this one, you kind of make some funny faces, like ooh, ah, like kind of that kind of thing. You may even say ow once or twice, but again, you are still breezing through it for the most part, and you're just chilling there watching your movies, talking to the artist, or eating your snacks. The third one, this one is medium discomfort, and this one your kind of funny faces kind of veer off and now they become more painful faces. You may start saying ow a lot more and actually kind of meaning it, and you may start to breathe a little more heavily. Number 4 is a lot of discomfort. Those painful faces are like, you can really tell there's pain in the guy's face. You are now breathing very heavily. You start swearing. Just ones where almost you're getting pushed to your limits. Number 5 is holy shit, I'm out. This one is why you're either tapping out or you are on the verge of tapping out. It is one of the most painful things you have experienced in a while, and you do not know if you can finish this tattoo or not. So now we're gonna work our way from the bottom of the foot all the way up until the middle of the leg where the knee is. So the first spot is the foot, and this is the top of the foot. I have not had this done, but if you go look anywhere online and talk to anybody, they are gonna say that this is one of the most painful areas on the leg. And it makes sense just because you have a lot of nerves in your hands, your feet, those, you know, kind of your pain receptors are at a lot. So you are definitely going to feel a needle puncturing you in this area. I would rate this 5 out of 5 guaranteed. And if you guys have had your foot done, please let me know what you rate this spot, because it is probably one of the worst, if not the worst areas on the leg. The next area we're going to talk about is the ankle. And now we're going to do the both sides of the ankle, the inner and the outer. And I would rate this for the general public a 4.5 out of 5. It is a super painful area just because it's on the bone. So you're definitely going to feel that vibration from the needle hitting the bone. Now, I don't really feel much pain when it comes to being tattooed on the bone. I would say this was probably a little less for me. I would say this was about a 4 out of 5 for me. But for the most part, I would say this is definitely a sensitive spot as well. Just like the wrist for many people is a very sensitive spot, so is the ankle. So now that we've talked about the lower kind of sides of the ankle, we're going to get into the front and the back. So the front has the tibialis anterior tendon and the back has the Achilles tendon. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I feel the most amount of pain on tendons. I feel all the sensations. I feel scratching, burning, stinging, vibration. I feel it all. And for this, I rated a 5 out of 5. Maybe a 4.5 for everybody in general, but for me, 5 out of 5. This is definitely one of the spots where I'm pushed to my limits. The whole lower leg in general is definitely going to be about a 4.5 to 5 out of 5 for a lot of people. So now we're going to move up a bit more, and now we're going to go into kind of the middle area of the calf, and we're going to start with the outer calf. This one wasn't too bad. This is about a 3 to 3.5. Not too bad. I would say it's one of the easier spots on the leg. I kind of was chilling through this. I felt it a couple times through, but for the most part, you guys should be good on the middle outer calf. So now let's move kind of to the front face of the leg in the middle, which is your shin. And with the shin, it's a little different from the outer calf just because now you're going on bone. And this becomes very painful for a lot of people. And I would rate this one about a 4 out of 5, maybe a 4.5 out of 5 for some people. You definitely do feel a lot of the vibrations in this area as well. And then we move towards the inner part of the middle leg, which is the inner calf, which is like kind of that belly spot. And this one isn't too bad. It's like the outer. I would rate it about a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. You will breeze through this. You may feel a little stinging here and there throughout, but it's definitely one of the easier spots on the leg. So aside from, like, you know, the shin, I would say they're definitely the easiest spots on the leg to kind of get tattooed. So now let's work our way into the back of the knee and the knee in general. This area for a lot of people is going to be super sensitive, and you know, you may feel and be pushed to your limits in this area. Now the back of the knee, I'm going to start off first, is one of the worst areas on the leg, I think, in general. You have all the tendons in that back, you have all the nerves, and it is just a super sensitive area. So for this area, I think it's one of my worst areas along with the kind of the lower. It is a 5 out of 5. And I would say for majority of the people out there, it's 5 out of 5 for you guys as well. Now let's move our way onto the sides of the knee. Again, like I said, knee area is gonna suck. And for majority of the people, you're gonna feel this area. Now I felt this one as well. It wasn't as bad as the back of the knee. So I would say this one's about a 4, maybe 4.5 out of 5, but you will definitely feel this area as well. And now the last spot of the lower leg is the knee itself, the kneecap. Now I'm gonna give you guys a story of when I got my first tattoo done. I had my cross done. My artist, I remember asking him, what's the most painful area you had done? And this guy was pretty heavily tatted. And I remember him telling me the story about him saying the kneecap is one of the most painful areas he's ever had done. I remember him saying, and I remember this like it was yesterday, he's like, it's like getting a torch and just putting it on your kneecap. And from that day forward, I was scared shitless. When I was getting my knee done, man, I walked into this sweating, and I was sweating hard. And then when he went to do it, when Brandon was starting tattooing that knee, I didn't feel a thing. Then this is where pain is relative comes into play. Now, for majority of people, I would say 95% of people, they are going to say the kneecap is one of the worst areas for them. For me, I would say It is about a 2 out of 5 from my experience with it. I didn't feel almost anything. It was a very easy experience. There were like 1 or 2 situations where I made a funny face, but that was about it. Like I said in my other video, I was just going in with my camera and I was just having fun videoing it. I was bleeding. He was going in on it. Didn't feel a thing. Now, for a majority of you, I would definitely say this area is 4.5, most likely a 5 out of 5. You're going to be pushed to your limits on that. You feel all the sensations in it. You will feel stinging, scratching, burning, vibrations. You're going to feel it all in this area. So I'm just going to make you guys clear that the knee is definitely an area. I'm not trying to scare you, but the knee is definitely one of the areas you want to avoid in terms of getting if you're not good with pain, because it's definitely going to hurt. Sick area to get tattooed, but it's going to hurt. So I'm sure some of you guys are wondering about the upper thigh. I do not have that done yet, and I'm going to push that off until I have my whole leg done. That'll probably be by the end of next year. I am kind of on a track where I should finish that by next year. So watch out for that video on terms of the pain levels of the upper thigh. Let me know in the comments if my pain scale is correct in certain areas. Let me know what you have felt in terms of rating the whole thing as well, in terms of your own personal experience, so everybody can go into the comments and just see what everybody else is feeling, so everybody can kind of get a better understanding for when they go get their tattoo done for that area. Like I said, pain is relative. Everybody feels it differently. My kneecap is one of the biggest examples. Everybody feels that almost a 5. I didn't even feel it. So just remember that, and let me know if you have any kind of situations like that where you didn't feel something that you should have. Go ahead and comment that for me, but like this video, give it a big thumbs up if you feel you agree with me or you just like this video. It helps in the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I'll probably come back in a year or so with another video on, rating the upper thigh, because I will probably have my sleeve done by that point. You don't want to miss that or any other future content in terms of me getting those tattoos. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. Until next time, Justin out. Later, guys.